Evening class 12th. Welcome to my channel by Seema Makhijani. Today's class is specially for those of you who find themselves weak in numericals. With the approaching term 2 of the CBSE, today's class we would be doing the numericals of electrochemistry chapter from the previous year's board papers. Since this year your board examination proposed as of now is you would be having a subjective paper. So आज की क्लास में हम पिछले साल के बोर्ड पेपर्स के क्वेश्चंस करेंगे. ओके, चलो लेट्स बिगिन. पहला क्वेश्चन, द फॉलोइंग रिएक्शंस अकर एट द कैथोड during electrolysis of silver chloride solution. These are two reactions which are happening at the cathode. क्यों कैथोड है? क्योंकि दोनों में इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन हो रहा है और कैथोड पे यू ऑलवेज हैव रिडक्शन, और रिडक्शन का मतलब होता है गेन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन. फाइन. So E naught values are given as plus 0.80 and 0. मतलब plus value is more. This is standard reduction potential, and if the standard reduction potential is higher, then it is directly proportional to reduction. इसका मतलब higher the value, easier the reduction. So this is the place where reduction is going to happen. The question says, on the basis of these values, you have to tell which reaction will happen at cathode and why. And the answer to this question is your first reaction will happen at the cathode, because the SRP is higher, means reduction is preferred. And at the cathode, you always have reduction taking place. So that's the reason your first reaction is a probable reaction which would happen at the cathode. Moving ahead to the next question now. Calculate the standard free energy change. The standard free energy change को हम ऐसे represent करते हैं for the given cell reaction. Cell reaction में right hand side पे हमेशा cathode होता है, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे हमेशा एनोड होता है, एंड दिस इज योर सॉल्ट ब्रिज. फाइन. रिडक्शन पोटेंशियल्स दिए हुए हैं. जिंक 2 पॉजिटिव इज गोइंग टू जिंक, यू आर गिवन द वैल्यू. कॉपर 2 पॉजिटिव इज गोइंग टू कॉपर. एज यू कैन सी दीज आर स्टैंडर्ड रिडक्शन पोटेंशियल, क्योंकि कॉपर 2 पॉजिटिव इज गोइंग टू कॉपर. द वैल्यूज आर प्रोवाइडेड टू यू. 1 Faraday is equal to 96500 coulombs per mole. That is the charge of 1 mole of electrons. So 1 मोल इलेक्ट्रॉन्स का जो चार्ज होता है उसको हम 1 फैराडे बोलते हैं. Now how is it, that is your delta G naught, related to equilibrium constant of a reaction is also to be done. I'll take up the theory part first. You should understand these two things. Now as you can see, delta G is given by minus NF E naught. Also delta G is related to equilibrium constant by the formula delta G naught is equal to 2.303 RT log Kc. There should be a negative here. It has a negative sign also. And this K is representing your equilibrium constant Kc or Kp, whatever is given in the question. Fine. Now in this case, you need to first of all find out the delta G का value. Delta G की value के लिए you require minus NFE. F तो बेटा 96500 हो गया कूलम्स. E नॉट सेल क्या होता है? E नॉट कैथोड माइनस E नॉट एनोड. कैथोड कॉपर है और कॉपर का वैल्यू 0.34. सो कैथोड माइनस एनोड. एनोड की वैल्यू नेगेटिव थी, यू ऑलरेडी हैव अ नेगेटिव, सो योर E नॉट सेल बिकम्स 1.1. तो ये हो गया 1.1. प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पे आती है? द प्रॉब्लम लाइज इट कि ये n का वैल्यू कैसे निकालते हैं. n का वैल्यू निकालने के लिए यू नीड टू चेक what is the difference in charges. If you refer to this, zinc is going to zinc plus 2, तो plus 2 का change है. यहाँ पर देखिए copper is going plus 2 is going to 0, again plus 2 का change. Since the value is plus 2 in both the cases, कोई भी एक चीज को check कर सकते हैं in the final reaction. So your n value is the number of electrons transferred, and this value comes out to be 2. So substituting these values, minus 2 Faraday 1.1, you get this answer. Please remember this value is always in joules because कूलम इंटू वोल्ट इज इक्वल टू जूल. अगर उसको किलो जूल में लिखना है तो यू नीड टू डिवाइडेड बाय 1000. 1000 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो यू वुड गेट अ डेसिमल एट दिस पॉइंट. फाइन. So that your answer becomes in kilojoules. Also, delta G naught is related to equilibrium constant by this particular formula, minus 2.303 RT log of the equilibrium constant. Moving on to the next question. The third question now. Pay attention to the question. Let me read the question first. Calculate the EMF of the given cell. अब cell में concentration change है. इसका मतलब you will have to use the Nernst equation. Temperature 298 है. You are given standard reduction potential value for zinc and the standard reduction potential value for cadmium. वैसे इतने सालों में अभी तक कभी standard oxidation potential नहीं दिया है, but there is no harm in checking. Zinc 2 positive is going to zinc मतलब reduction है. Cadmium 2 positive is going to cadmium मतलब reduction है. Fine. Now always such a question should be done in steps. So your step 1 should be you write the reaction at the anode. Your reaction at the anode would become oxidation. So you have the reaction that is happening at the anode is your zinc changes to zinc 2 positive plus 2 electrons are lost. Reaction at the cathode is gain of electron happens. Your cadmium 2 positive will gain 2 electrons and become cadmium. When you write the net equation, the electrons of both the reactions get cancelled and your net equation therefore becomes this. Zinc reacts with cadmium 2 positive to give you zinc ions plus your cadmium solid. This is your net reaction. Now, after this, you require to find out the E naught cell. The formula for E naught cell is always right ka value minus the left ka value. ये रहा right or in the cell representation. तो right की वैल्यू ये है which is given to be as minus 0.40 और left यानी zinc के लिए the value given is minus 0.76. So your net answer for the E naught cell is 0.36 volts. There is another thing that you need to always find out. This value is your QC का value. QC का value कैसे निकालते हैं? QC का value is to be found from your net reaction. Net reaction में you need to put the products का ion, that is your zinc, divided by reactants का ion, which is your cadmium, from the net reaction. ये रहा zinc ions in the products और ये रहा cadmium ions in the reactants, and these are the ones that you substitute. Since there is no stoichiometric coefficient, so you have a 1 here and a 1 here. अगर equation में 2 times zinc 2 positive होता तो you would have to write a 2 का power in it. Now you need to write the concentrations. The concentrations are given in the question. ये रहे. Substitute these two values and you get the value of QC to be 1 by 10, which is equal to 10 to the power minus 1. Now let's substitute all that you have just found into the Nernst equation. Nernst equation is given by the formula as E cell is equal to E naught cell का value minus 2.303 RT by NF log of QC. As you can see, हमने ये सब एक एक करके निकाला. QC हमने substitute करना है 10 to the power minus 1. E naught cell 0.36 volts ये रहा. QC का value ये रहा. Now 2.303 R into T upon F. ये value हमेशा constant आता है, which is 0.0591. 1 को ignore कर सकते हो, that is up to you. Now substituting all these values to find out the value of E cell, you will have 0.36 minus 0.0591 upon 2. ये 2 कहाँ से आया? It is this value of 2 which I am referring to. The number of electrons that you cancelled in the achievement of the net reaction, वो है आपका n factor of the equation. कितने electrons transfer हुए का value 2 आ रहा था. सारे values को substitute करेंगे and you can do the simple mathematics involved. Just for your information, log of 10 to the power x is x and log of 10 to the power minus x is minus x. So on that basis, log of 10 to the power minus 1 is -1. Rest of the calculations can be done by you. Please don't forget the answer is to be reported in boards. Fine. Moving to the next question of the boards is this. The molar conductivity of a 1.5 molar solution, concentration is given to you, of an electrolyte is found to be 138.9 Siemens centimeter square mole inverse. That is, your molar conductivity is also given to you. You have to calculate the conductivity, यानी K को निकालना है. The formula that is given in your NCERT is this, और इसमें एक error है. The formula should be molar conductivity is equal to K by C into 1000 whenever you have units in centimeters. And the formula is lambda m is equal to K by C, denominator में 1000, अगर ये सेंटीमीटर की जगह मीटर्स में यूनिट्स दिए हो तो. Since इस क्वेश्चन में your units are given in centimeters, so I will be using this particular formula. Let's substitute the values. 138.9 is equal to K is to be found out. Concentration in molarity is 1.5 और ऊपर एक 1000 लगाना है. Please, after you find the value, as you can see, you will easily be able to get the value of conductivity, and do not forget to write the units for conductivity in this particular question. नहीं तो you would end up into a problem. Is that okay? Moving to the next question. The next question is on laws of Faraday's. Now actually there is a slight discrepancy. इस साल ये कटा है या नहीं? No idea. क्योंकि आपके सिलेबस में इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस लिखा है, तो मेरे हिसाब से आपको Faraday's laws करना चाहिए. और Faraday's laws के लिए if you are stuck, please watch. There are 2 videos on my channel. दोनों Faraday's laws समझा रखे हैं, अलग से बहुत सारे न्यूमेरिकल्स भी दे रखे हैं. So I would advise कि Faraday's laws कर लीजिएगा. बोर्ड में नहीं आएगा पर जेई मेंस में तो आएगा. फाइन. चलो क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. Now this question is All India 2015 का क्वेश्चन है. Calculate the time to deposit 1.27 grams of copper. कॉपर जब भी बोलते हैं ना बेटा, तो we always refer to it as +2. तो मतलब कॉपर को डिपॉजिट करने के लिए you will require 2 electrons, और अगर 1 mole डिपॉजिट करना है तो you will require 2 Faradays according to the Faraday's first law. 2 amperes of current was passed through the solution of copper sulfate. Now you need to calculate the time required. Now as you can see, copper sulfate दिया हुआ है, तो it will go to copper plus sulfate ions. You will have copper 2 positive होना चाहिए. Copper 2 positive will accept 2 electrons to become copper. Now 1 mole of copper का mass 63.5 grams होता है. So for 63.5 grams of copper, you need 2 Faradays as I just explained. This is 1 Faraday and it is equal to charge of 1 mole of electrons. So you require 2 Faradays. Now 63.5 grams के लिए you require 2 Faradays. तो 1.27 जो कि क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ है ग्राम्स के लिए you will require these many Faradays, or these much is the charge that you will require. So this is your charge needed. Now charge is equal to I into T. इसमें गलती करने की probability कहाँ पर है? चार्ज तो बेटा तुम ये निकाल लोगे. This is your charge. ये रहा Q का वैल्यू. I की वैल्यू क्वेश्चन में 2 amperes दे रखी है. बचा टाइम. ये सारा सब्स्टिट्यूट करके जो तुम्हारा आंसर आएगा ना, प्लीज डोंट फॉरगेट इट इज ऑलवेज इन सेकेंड्स. सो you need to divide this charge and you need to multiply this by 2 and you will get your answer and you will get your time in this particular question. Is that okay? So since your Q is equal to I into T, I is given to you as 2 and you need to multiply it and you will get your answer in the question. I hope that is clear to you. Moving on to the next question. Now this question is a Delhi 2017 का question है ये. Calculate the degree of dissociation. Alpha होता है बेटा. Degree of dissociation is given by alpha for acetic acid, which is a weak acid. उसका molar conductivity is given to you. Limiting molar conductivity H positive का ये रहा, limiting molar conductivity of acetate ions का ये. Now we know कि acetic acid में the two ions that you have are acetate ion and H positive ion. According to Colroyd's law, if you want limiting molar conductivity of acetic acid निकालना है, तो it is going to be the sum of infinite molar conductivity for acetate ions by addition to limiting molar conductivity of H positive ions. करके you will get your value for molar conductivity of acetic acid. As you can see, now these values are provided to you. Acetate ion के लिए ये value डालिएगा, H के लिए ये वाला value डालिएगा, and you will get your molar conductivity of acetic acid comes out to be 390.5 by adding the two values. Now, the formula that we use to find out the value of alpha is molar conductivity divided by limiting molar conductivity. तो ये रहा तुम्हारा limiting molar conductivity which goes here. Molar conductivity was given in the question. So you divide them. एक बात याद रखना, alpha can be maximum equal to 1, which means alpha is in between 0 and 1. 0 से ज़्यादा होता है और generally 1 से कम होता है when we talk about a weak electrolyte. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वो बराबर हो सकता है. Which means बेटा अगर आपका alpha का value 1 से ज़्यादा आए, मतलब आपने फॉर्मूला गलत लगा लिया है, तो आप न्यूमरेटर डिनोमिनेटर को इंटरचेंज करके करेक्ट आंसर ले लीजिएगा. प्लीज देयर आर नो यूनिट्स फॉर अल्फा. कोई यूनिट मत लगाना, ये गलती मत करिएगा. इज दैट ओके? मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज एनसीईआरटी का क्वेश्चन है, थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन है. द इलेक्ट्रिकल रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ अ कॉलम ऑफ कॉन्सेंट्रेशन NaOH का दे रखा है. रेजिस्टेंस का वैल्यू आपको 5.55 10 to the power 3 ohms दे रखा है. डायामीटर ऑफ द कॉलम इज 1 सेंटीमीटर. इसका मतलब बेटा आपका कॉलम कुछ ऐसा होगा. इस कॉलम के अंदर जो चीज डली हुई है इज अ सॉल्यूशन ऑफ 0.05 मोलर NaOH का सॉल्यूशन है इसके अंदर. इसका डायामीटर is given to you as 1 centimeter and the length of the column is given to you as 50 centimeter. Now what are you asked? एक आपको resistivity निकालना है which is rho, conductivity निकालना है which is K. Now अगर आपने rho निकाल लिया तो K निकालने के लिए आपको सिर्फ 1 by rho करना है and you will get conductivity. Molar conductivity का फॉर्मूला क्या होता है? K by C. Please don't forget ऊपर 1000 लगाना है क्योंकि all your units are in centimeter. ये common mistake है. So in your formula for molar conductivity, please put 1000 in the numerator. Fine. Now let's begin. Resistance is directly proportional to length of the conductor upon area of cross section according to the Ohm's law, and we write it further as resistance is equal to rho, the proportionality constant, L by B. So this is what we are going to use in this question. This is here. Resistance का value दिया हुआ है. Area of cross section. अब area of cross section के लिए बेटा ये circle है ना. Circle के लिए area of a circle क्या होता है? Pi r square. Pi आपको पता है 3.14 या फिर 22/7 डाल देना. Radius कितना है? Diameter 1 सेंटीमीटर है. तो radius कितना हुआ? 0.5 centimeter का whole square. करने से you will get your area like this, pi r square, and your area comes out to be 0.785 centimeter square. Length तो आपको 50 centimeters दिया ही हुआ है. ठीक है? So this is your area of cross section. A आ गया and you have your L. L आपको centimeters में दिया हुआ था. So your resistivity की value is this ohm centimeter. Don't forget the units. Conductivity, as I said, is nothing but inverse of resistivity. So you will just substitute the value of resistivity in the denominator and you will end up in the conductivity value. So this is your conductivity. The units of conductivity are inverse that of द रेजिस्टेंस रेजिस्टिविटी के हिसाब से. सो रेजिस्टिविटी की यूनिट्स है ओम सेंटीमीटर, तो कंडक्टिविटी के यूनिट्स है साइमन सेंटीमीटर इनवर्स. मोलर कंडक्टिविटी एज वी डिड का फॉर्मूला हम कर चुके हैं. योर मोलर कंडक्टिविटी इज दिस. जस्ट अ मिनट, आई जस्ट हाईलाइट इट फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड इट बेटर. ये रहा मोलर कंडक्टिविटी. A by C, don't forget this 1000, ये जो ऊपर लिखा हुआ आ रहा है. Substituting these values into your question, here you will get the 1000 on numerator. This is what you got from here. Concentration is given in the question is from here. Substituting it, please do not forget the units of molar conductivity are Siemens centimeter square mole inverse. Concentration, as I explained, was given in the question. Okay, moving on to the next question now. All right, that's our next question. Please read the question. I'll give you a minute to read the question first. Now, a cell in which the following reaction occurs. Reaction दे रखा है. Okay, E0 cell भी provided है. You have to calculate standard Gibbs free energy. Standard Gibbs free energy के लिए that's the formula. Delta G naught is equal to minus NF E naught of cell. अब बेटा E naught is given to you. Faraday की वैल्यू हमको आती है 96500, बाकी बचा N. As I had said, N निकालने के लिए इक्वेशन पे फोकस करिए. कोई भी एक आयन पकड़ लेते हैं. ओके, इसमें द टोटल चार्ज इज +6 और इसका द टोटल चार्ज इज +4. तो डिफरेंस क्या हो गया? 2 का. सो योर N का वैल्यू इज गोइंग टू बी 2 हियर. इज दैट क्लियर? सो द वैल्यू ऑफ N इज अंडरस्टूड. प्लीज फोकस ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट फर्स्ट. डेल्टा G naught is equal to minus NF E naught. माइनस N का वैल्यू 2 कैसे आया मैंने समझा दिया. Faraday is 96500 and your E naught cell is given to you as 0.236. इस वैल्यू का आंसर प्लीज बेटा जूल्स में आएगा बिकॉज दिस इज कूलम्स, दिस इज वोल्ट्स. सो कूलम इंटू वोल्ट्स इज जूल्स. अगर उसको किलो जूल्स में कन्वर्ट करना है तो उसको डिवाइड बाय 1000 करेंगे, तब वो किलो जूल्स में कन्वर्ट होता है. Now, moving to the second part. The second part is a formula which is derived. या तो आप इसको derive करके करो. The other way is, मैं इसको पढ़ा भी देती हूँ. ये रहा मेरा equation number 1 और ये रहा मेरा equation number 2. Equation number 1 और 2 का left hand side same है. तो can I say from this parameters, please focus, ये right hand side और ये right hand side एक दूसरे को equate हो जाएंगे क्योंकि left hand side तो delta G naught है ना दोनों में. So your minus NF E naught cell is equal to minus 2.303 RT log K, that is the equilibrium constant. So minus से minus कट गया. And if I rearrange it, do you understand that your log K will become equal to NF upon 2.303 RT and you would have an E naught of cell. Is that okay? अब इस एक्सप्रेशन में बेटा ध्यान से देखो, ये वाले की वैल्यू हमको आती है 2.303 RT by F की वैल्यू इज 0.059. तो डिनोमिनेटर में 0.059 आ गया. N का वैल्यू हमने 2 निकाल लिया था. E naught सेल का वैल्यू आपको दिया हुआ है 0.236. So this is how you get this to be 8. पर ये log Kc है बेटा. log Kc की वैल्यू जब 8 आती है तो एंटी लॉग निकालने के लिए एंटी लॉग ऑफ 8 इज ओनली 10 to the power 8. अगर आपको लॉग एंटी लॉग नहीं आता है, प्लीज गो टू माय चैनल, वॉच द वीडियोस ऑन लॉग एंड एंटी लॉग एंड प्लीज मास्टर दिस. इज दैट ओके? मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट board question for practice. All right. Calculate the EMF of a cell given to you as this. E naught cell is provided to you. 2013 का question है. Now, from this reaction, normally I advise कि please write the reaction at the anode. Write the reaction at the cathode. Then write the net reaction, which comes out to be this. And since you are cancelling 2 electrons, so your N value comes out to be this. This is how the net reaction is derived from the given galvanic cell. Now, your Nernst equation, as we did in the last question, is equation C. You can easily write the expression for QC, which will be equal to products में जो ion है, divided by the reactants का ion H positive. Now that there is a 2 here, so you have a par like this. This should be 1. So you have Fe2 positive in the numerator, H positive whole square in the denominator. Fe2 positive का concentration 0.001 दिया हुआ है, H positive का concentration 1 molar दिया हुआ है to the power 2. So this is nothing but 10 to the power minus of 3. Fine. And QC को हम जब Nernst equation में डालते हैं तो वो log QC होता है. So your log of 10 to the power minus 3 will be nothing but minus 3. Now let's substitute the values. This is your Nernst equation. E cell is to be found. E naught cell is given in the question. 0.059 by 2 I told you is from your balanced chemical equation, the number of electrons that you cancel or transfer. Log का term समझा दिया. I hope you should be in a position to understand this. You can stop the video and check it for yourself. I am moving on to the next question. Coming to the next question. This is again a 2013 ka question. Calculate EMF of the given cell. E naught is provided to you. एक ये बात लिख दी है. Log of 10 to the power n is equal to n, which I already told you, and you should know it. कि log of 10 to the power anything is that anything only. Is that okay? So this is your cell given to you, and you can then do the question accordingly. Now, moving on further. Now they have deliberately transformed the equation like this, but you are not expected to do it. So I won't advise. अगर question ऐसा है तो you don't do this part. I just picked up a solution from somewhere and this is what they have done. I won't advise that you do it. The advice should be जैसा question दिया है उसी के हिसाब से it should be done. In this case, because the E naught cell is also given to you, if there is an error in the board, you will not do any changes on your own. You will write it like this. आप जैसा question दिया है वैसे ही solve करेंगे. 0591 by n log of QC का expression. Now, इस equation से, if I find out the net equation, please do it the way I told you, step by step. उसके हिसाब से आपकी final equation जो बनेगी would be copper 2 positive plus silver gives you silver positive plus copper, and you will multiply this by 2. This would be your net equation, and इसके हिसाब से your QC का expression. E naught cell की value is given to you as 0.46 minus 0.0591. N की value 2 आएगी. You can check it for your own self. Log की value निकालते हैं. QC का expression is your Ag positive ion to the power 2 divided by copper का 2 positive ion concentration. अब Ag की concentration दे रखी है 10 to the power minus 3. So the next line would be 0.46 minus 0.0591 by 2 log of. Let's substitute the values. Ag positive 10 to the power minus 3 है, तो दो बार करने से 10 to the power minus 6 हो जाएगा, to the power 2 करा हुआ है. Copper ion की concentration 10 to the power minus 1 है. So this expression of yours transforms into 10 to the power how much? Minus 6, और ऊपर जाके ही plus 1. So this becomes 10 to the power minus 5. So moving ahead with the question, rest of it you can easily solve on your own. 0.46 minus 0.0591 by 2 log of 10 to the power minus 5 will be minus 5, and this value would be a plus, and you can then solve it out. So I would not advise that you change it on your own. You should do it the way the question has been asked. Is that okay? जैसा question दिया हुआ है, please do it accordingly. Do not change it on your own. The CBSE will take into account in the errors of the question, but you do it the way the question was given. Coming to the next. Now this is a slightly tricky question and has been asked many times in the JEE. Please read the question. Stop your video for a minute or two and then read the question. Silver is uniformly electrodeposited on a metal vessel जिसका surface area आपको दे रखा है. Okay? By passing current of 0.5 amperes, मतलब I is 0.5 amperes. Time given to you is 2 hours. बेटा 2 hours हमें कभी नहीं चाहिए होता. You would always require it in minutes. तो पहले minutes and then you require it in seconds. तो हमेशा time is required in seconds. That is one thing. Calculate the thickness of the silver deposit. Suppose करो कि metal vessel जो है वो ऐसा एक block, कुछ भी हो सकता है. इसका area यानी length into breadth तो आपको दिया है और thickness is the height. तो अगर मैं किसी भी vessel का volume बोलती हूँ तो it is always length into breadth into the height. Height is your thickness. So if you can divide your volume by the volume divided by the area कर दें तो it will give you your thickness. Is the logic behind it. Density आपको provided है. Now let's see. 1 mole of silver को deposit करने के लिए you require 1 mole of electrons. यानी 1 Faraday deposits 107.9 grams of silver is what you understand. 1 Faraday is 96500. So 96500 coulombs will deposit itne grams of silver. You have got only 3600 coulombs. So 3600 coulombs kitna deposit karega is the unitary method. And you understand कि this is the amount of silver का mass which will deposit. अब thickness के लिए surface area तो आपके पास provided है. For the thickness, the surface area is provided. Volume is to be found. Volume निकालने के लिए it is equal to mass upon density. Surface area तो दिया हुआ था लेकिन volume निकालने के लिए mass upon density. Mass यहाँ से आ गया. Density question में दिया है. So you can easily calculate the volume of the silver. ये रहा. अब बचा बाकी thickness. Thickness as I said निकालने के लिए you require volume divided by the area. Area आपको दिया है, but the area was in centimeter cube. क्योंकि ये सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर में था और आपका वॉल्यूम भी आपने सेंटीमीटर्स में निकाला है. कैसे? डेंसिटी वाज ग्राम्स पर क्यूबिक सेंटीमीटर and mass was in grams. So this was in cubic centimeter, and when you divided the cubic centimeter by the square centimeter, you would end up in centimeter. Is your answer, is your thickness for this particular question. So the amount of silver deposited से आपको पहले उसका वॉल्यूम निकालना है using the density और उसके बाद you need to find out the thickness by using the surface area. Fine. Moving to the next. The resistance of a 0.01 molar NaCl solution at 25 degrees C is 200 ohms. Cell constant क्या होता है? Cell constant is L by A. Of the conductivity cell is unity. Unity मतलब इसका वैल्यू हम 1 ले लेते हैं. अब सेल कांस्टेंट की यूनिट्स होंगी सेंटीमीटर इनवर्स या फिर मीटर इनवर्स. आई एम टेकिंग इट टू बी सेंटीमीटर इनवर्स क्योंकि यूनिट तो दिया ही नहीं हुआ. सो सिंस आई एम टेकिंग इट इन सेंटीमीटर्स, मेरा मोलर कंडक्टिविटी वाला फॉर्मूला, बिकॉज आई हैव टू कैलकुलेट द मोलर कंडक्टिविटी, विल हैव 1000 इन द न्यूमरेटर. प्लीज डू नॉट फॉरगेट इट. रेजिस्टेंस 200 दिया हुआ है, सेल कांस्टेंट 1 दिया हुआ है. यू हैव टू फर्स्ट फाइंड आउट द resistivity. तो पहले आप resistivity find कर लेंगे. The resistivity is going to be 200 only. Now, apart from that, you also require the 200 ये रहा ओम सेंटीमीटर, डिनोमिनेटर में ले जाएंगे तो ओम सेंटीमीटर में रेजिस्टिविटी आ गई. Now you require the value of concentration. Concentration 0.01 molar is given in the question. K कैसे निकालो? K के लिए you require inverse of resistivity. So your conductivity is equal to 1 upon 200. Now you can substitute the values in the molar conductivity. K का value is 1 upon 200. C का value is 0.01 और ऊपर 1000 लगा रहा है. This is 0.01. And you will get your answer. Please do not forget Siemens centimeter square, mole inverse. The units are to be written down. Is that okay? Moving ahead. The conductivity of 2.5 10 to the power minus 4 molar methanoic acid is this. मतलब K आपको provided है. Calculate the molar conductivity आपको निकालना है and the degree of dissociation alpha भी निकालना है. Limiting molar conductivity of H positive and HCOO minus. बेटा methanoic acid का formula होता है HCOOH. It is again a board question of 2015. तो HCOOH के लिए you have the formula, and if you want the limiting molar conductivity of HCOOH, you need nothing but to add the molar conductivity of H positive and the molar conductivity of the formidiol. इन दोनों को जोड़ देंगे तो you will get your limiting molar conductivity of methanoic acid. अब to calculate the value of alpha. अल्फा को निकालने के लिए योर फॉर्मूला इज दिस. ये वैल्यू तो आपने निकाल लिया था, पर द मोलर कंडक्टिविटी एट अ पर्टिकुलर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन को निकालने के लिए दैट्स द फॉर्मूला. प्लीज डू नॉट फॉरगेट दिस 1000. K into 1000 upon concentration. Your conductivity is given to you. 1000 आपने डाल दिया, concentration is given to you. So you can calculate your molar conductivity at a particular concentration. From this, you will substitute these two values here, 210 by 400, and your answer comes out to this. This should be above 0 and less than or equal to 1. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जो वैल्यू आ सकता है इसका वो है 1, उससे ज़्यादा वैल्यू इसका नहीं आ सकता. Is that okay? Moving ahead. Now, this is the next question. This will be my last question. I will take the next class of numericals to sum it up, but right now this is going to be my last numerical for today. Calculate delta G naught, standard Gibbs free energy, and log Kc for the following reaction. अब बेटा हम 2-3 बार कर चुके. डेल्टा G naught is minus NF E naught cell, पहली बार. एंड अगर आपको इक्विलिब्रियम कांस्टेंट निकालना है तो माइनस 2.303 RT log K. log K ही निकालने को बोला है. So this is what you have to calculate. Now in this question, E naught cell is provided to you. ये रहा E naught cell का वैल्यू. फैराडे की वैल्यू दिया हुआ है, बाकी बचा N की वैल्यू. N की वैल्यू मैं पहले भी आपको समझा चुकी हूँ, एक बार दोबारा समझा देती हूँ. क्रोमियम, कोई भी एक आयन ले लो. So your chromium, twice chromium is going to twice chromium 3 positive. यहाँ पे क्या चार्ज है? 0. यहाँ पे क्या चार्ज है? +6. तो डिफरेंस ऑफ चार्ज कितना हो गया? 6. So your N value is going to be 6. कोई भी एक आयन लेके कर सकते हो. So moving further, we have, okay, this is your delta G naught is equal to NF E naught cell. N की वैल्यू 6 अभी समझाई. Faraday ये रहा, and this is your E naught cell given in the question. So your delta G naught can be calculated. Please remember this is in joules per mole. If you want to convert it into kilojoules per mole, you need to divide it by 1000 and you will end up into kilojoules per mole. So moving further ahead, delta G naught, as I said, that is the second formula you require, minus 2.303 RT log Kc. अब ध्यान से देखो बेटा, ये करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं थी. क्यों? क्योंकि बेटा ये जो वैल्यू ऑफ R है is 8.314 जूल्स केल्विन इनवर्स मोल इनवर्स, तो आप जूल्स में ही तो यूज कर रहे हैं. इसका मतलब this value is in joules, so you do not need to convert it into kilojoules for this particular question. Substituting the values, you will end up into the required answer and there are no units to be written, so that is your log Kc. आजकल पेपर में log, log, anti-log values दिए हुए होते हैं, but you should be aware of it कि क्या value का answer आएगा. Fine. I stop my class here. It was a long lecture. It would have become a very long lecture. So I am stopping it here. The second part of this topic, where I'll be doing the NCERT or sorry, the board numericals of electrochemistry for your benefit, would be following soon. Keep a track, keep doing well, keep studying hard. Bless you loads. May you all have an awesome life. Do absolutely well in life. Stay blessed and happy. Fine. Bye. I'll take leave now.